Good morning.
What in the hell are we doing on a Monday morning?
Trying to wake the hell up.
This ain't happening. God damn it. Welcome to another edition of The Morning
Shred. All right. I think today, before we get into it, let's run a quick word from our brand new sponsor. Yeah?
Hell yeah. Check out Dezea's Creep Shop.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Welcome, Gray Man. Afternoon and good morning to us.
Yes.
But that's right. You just saw one of our latest sponsors,
Yes.
Dezea's Creep Shop. She has an Etsy store on Etsy.com. She makes some of the creepiest fucking shit I've ever seen. Her dolls
Definitely.
just literally make my flesh crawl. So definitely check her out. She's specializes in, obviously horror collectibles, all kinds of stuff, coffee mugs to some t-shirts. Just I mean, you got to go check it out. Her new wood carvings or wood burnings, whatever you want to call them, they're so cool. So please.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Excellent commercial, by the way.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. You ready to jump into this list, brother?
It's gonna be another suck fest. Let's do it.
Let the sin begin.
The low voice was perfect.
Today we are doing a list from loudersound.com. We're doing 50 tracks, the ultimate heavy metal playlist. And
yes.
Boy, I've already scanned through it. We're gonna have fun with this one.
All right. So somebody tell me why in the fuck would this be at number 50?
Seriously.
Already I'm getting
hang
pissed off.
It's in
Or is it in reverse?
It's in chronological order based on when they came out.
Oh.
So I guess
Still.
that's however, why? Why did they do that? Why can't they put them in? That's the easy way out. You got to do this the hard way, people. You got to put them in the order of how good they are.
I agree 1,000,000% because we're starting off with Black Sabbath's Black Sabbath.
Yes.
One of the most iconic, spooky, detuned satanic fest of all time by the Masters, Black Sabbath.
Oh, yes.
So, I mean, if you could imagine being a kid in 1969, 1970, and you got this record, and the first thing you hear is all this thunder and lightning, and it's raining, and just off in the distance, you hear this church bell, and then they fucking roll right into that first riff that will forever live in infamy, which kind of a really neat story. The fact that it comes from a symphony piece that was written. I'm not sure if it might have been Russian because Tony Iommi was a big fan of like Russian orchestral shit. And he was just like, well, what if I just take this one little part? Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. And it was, and they on one of his interviews, they actually played the symphony piece, and it's right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just genius right there.
Oh, agreed. That's definitely genius.
Art imitating art, you know?
Oh, yeah. All right.
So-
Up next, we have Sir Lord Baltimore, Master Heartache.
Not a fucking clue in Calcutta. I have no idea who this is. And it doesn't.
How can something be on an ultimate 50-track playlist and us two metalheads have never heard of it?
And I mean, my knowledge spans all the way back to like the 50s. So it's like,
I don't
how
get
did
it.
this get past me in 1970? I mean, I'm not that old, but
Right,
still.
but
All it says is
yeah.
drummer vocalist John Garner wasn't messing around. He sounds like a man seriously damaged by affairs of the heart on this rip-roaring guitar freaking killer. Now, whoever wrote the liner notes here sucks. I mean, it's not even proper fucking English.
No, it isn't. It's bad.
What in the fuck?
I don't know.
I mean, I'd rather go to the dentist right now and get some fucking root canal. Damn.
That's bad.
I mean, I might be a grammar Nazi, but still, I mean, that's just bad. You know,
that is bad.
For anyone who, like, even wants to know who they are, couldn't figure it out.
Exactly.
My goodness. Oh, okay. Now these guys I'm actually familiar with.
Oh, that's
a
good.
little bit.
I don't think.
A little bit, because they were influences to the early Metallica. That's right, the good Metallica, not the bad.
Good.
Sludgy. They were very, very bassy. So they had really good low end bass, combined with slow Sabbathy grooves of the song Guts. Makes the song a must inclusion in the collection of any heavy, hairy freak. Well, I guess that puts me out, doesn't it? Not there.
This is awful.
Oh my goodness. Whoever wrote this must have been like coming down off a coke high and then switched to morphine or some shit.
Yeah. Yikes.
Now, this next one's pretty decent. Judas Priest, the Ripper. Now, if anyone's really familiar with early Judas Priest when they actually first came out, which in this case is 1976, whoop, whoop. It says the future of metal was changing and Judas Priest were going to be at the forefront of it. I have a problem with that statement.
Okay.
Who in the fuck in the 70s even knew the term heavy metal?
Nobody.
Not a single fucking soul.
No.
It was all hippie shit. So it was basically just known as, like, I guess you could say hard rock at the time. So I don't even know how this person can say that. That term heavy metal did not happen until the 80s.
Yeah, so
I don't know what they're thinking there. But I mean, you do have an instant classic there. I mean,
oh yeah,
Rob Halford's vocals on this track, even if you go and actually listen to it out there in Three Witches Land, I'll tell you what, I mean, it was higher than he was in the 80s, because he was like super fucking young, probably like early 20s, I would bet.
Probably, yeah.
And I wouldn't call it a screamer either. Now that's the next thing he says, to influence a future generation of screamers. Dude wasn't screaming.
No.
Some bitch has a fucking operatic voice. That's what he's got.
Yeah.
and has a vocal range that could probably break a glass somewhere.
Oh, most likely.
I would say. But definitely, I'm glad they did include this because no one really talks about the mid 70s Judas Priest at
No.
all.
No, they don't.
I'll never forget the first time I actually heard one of those tracks on the radio on a classic rock station. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
They sounded so different.
I
So,
unfortunately did not, growing up a little bit later, did not have that experience, but
well, I'll tell you what, I'm talking about 6 months ago. I heard this
oh damn.
for the
Okay.
first time.
Oh damn.
Didn't even know they had a record back that early. Didn't
Huh.
know. Yeah, it was a shocker. Oh, now we're getting to something good. I'll let you take this one.
We are getting to something good. Up next, we have Motorhead, the Ace of Spades.
Oh man. As soon as that double bass kicks in, it's like
Oh, I know.
oh,
Oh, I know.
oh my goodness. You just know you're in for
Oh,
a fuck of a ride.
Gotta
you know what I
fucking
mean?
love Motorhead. You can't beat that.
Ooh,
The
wee.
Ace
I
of
mean,
Spades. Yeah, I can't fucking
they
sound like
just
Lemmy.
came on the scene and just totally killed everybody. Didn't give zero fucks at all. Lemmy doing his thing in his horrible white cowboy boots and his little bullet belt and everything. Nobody's seen anything like this guy before.
No, they
And
haven't.
every single time you saw him, you're just waiting for that mole to just go, ah!
Makes you want to go chop it up and make it guacamole.
That's it. We need some Austin Powers on here.
Will do.
I'm gonna eat ya.
Get in my belly.
Oh shit. Yeah, that would definitely change the term of food baby. So, but nothing.
Oh, shit.
All joking aside, Lemmy, iconic, number one. Just awesome guy, awesome songwriter. Wrote most of Ozzy's lyrics for like probably 10 years. I
Yeah.
would say. From the 90s and on. So awesome. So I'm glad they were on here. And then we move on to
Ugh.
we're just getting better here. This is good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Back in Black. Now this is post from their original singer who unfortunately
Right.
passed away.
This is Brian Johnson.
Where Brian Johnson steps in for the first time and fucking just
Destroys.
I don't know what he had, but he had it.
Yes, he did.
From cab driver to fucking one of the most notable vocalists of all time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, and then of course, Angus Young,
Right.
who has written some of the, I don't know, most recognizable riffs, and just nothing but high energy, crazy, wearing the fucking schoolboy outfit, which, just it was unheard of. So
Oh yeah.
great band, great song, great album, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
Well, up next we have Misfits, Last Caress. I know the Misfits. I don't know that track.
Oh my hell! The fucking hell is wrong with you? 9. You get that? Yes, you do. I got something to say. I killed your baby today. I mean, come on, this is 1980 we're talking about here. Glenn Danzig is in full I don't give a shit. I'm going to say the most outrageous shit ever because that's what's in my head. I mean, this song came out and just completely destroyed the whole punk genre with that tune. And everyone has covered it. And, let's see what it says here. A Dave Vanian style vocal.
I'm sorry, a what now?
Don't know who that is, but I'm assuming it's like an old, like say 50s kind of or 50s or 60s vocalist, like an older, maybe almost like doo-wop or something shit.
English
Kind of
rock
thing.
musician.
Because he's saying it in such a nice, happy way.
I'm looking up who this guy is that they reference. An English rock musician, lead singer of the punk rock band The Damned, born in 1976, London.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm familiar with who the Damned is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you could say that. And then it says a handful of very sick lyrics. Yes. Glenn Danzig is back in those days was just full of angst and wanted to murder everything, and I guess it turned him on. So you know what I mean? That's pretty evident in like all the Misfits art, a lot of the shit that got banned back then, because it was a mixture of what they call horror punk, which, believe it or not, out there in Three Witches Land, that's a real thing.
It is. I'm a big fan.
It is very much a real thing, but in my opinion, what was happening back then is way better than today. It's just me. Sure, it sounded horrible. The recordings were horrible because they had to do it all themselves. They were one of the first DIY type of bands. Or did I say that wrong? Do it yourself. Nope. You got it right. Believe it or not, on a Monday morning. Anyway, so I mean, they were only together really for like 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years, 3 albums. And for the next 20 years, suddenly everyone's wearing these t-shirts.
Yeah.
The Misfit skull is one of the most recognized. Anytime you see it, you know it's the Misfits.
Oh, yeah, for
sure. You know who it is, who they are. And I mean, they just had that huge reunion tour that sold out all over the country. So glad to see them on here for sure.
Oh, definitely. It definitely had to be. You can have the next one.
Since they're chronologically doing this, kind of makes some sense. It amazes me that the album cover art did not get banned. Bless you, sir. Just because they stole some I would say kind of like sensitive material for their album cover art, and nobody touched it. I'm like,
I know.
You do that today, career over.
Exactly.
You are fucking done. You will get labeled and you'll never see the light of day again. Well, anyways, we're talking about fucking Saxon. Saxon is one of those very strong, almost kind of like power metal, I would say. Some early power metal. And they it says they shook up the NWOBHM.
The flying fuck is
what that is. Doesn't mean
new wave of British heavy metal.
Okay. With a strident track which harked back to the golden age of Motorhead and AC/DC. They must have been like shooting heroin up their ass when they wrote that, because they don't sound anything like fucking AC/DC or fucking Motorhead.
Not to mention, this is 1980, just a couple years. Like, I'd say Motorhead and AC/DC were still kind of in, like,
very
still
much
in their golden age. I was harking back to that. I can only hit this button so many times.
That fucking dog.
Peter Steele has much disdain for this list today.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And I feel a wolf hawk coming on somewhere.
I do too, for sure.
Yeah.
It's too early to wolf hawk it. We're not even a quarter of the way in.
That's how bad this is.
Yeah,
we went from ultimate to suck that fucking fast.
At least the next song is a good one.
Yes, I have to agree. The very first hit.
Oh yeah. His first
That-
solo hit,
Mhm.
Mr. Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train.
The first time Ozzy steps out on his own,
Oh yeah,
he's got a new band. And if it wasn't for Randy Rhoads, it would have never happened.
definitely.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, if it wasn't for fucking Sharon Osbourne,
That's also very true.
If she-
Sharon!
if she didn't pull him out of the fire, this song may never have happened.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
And
now it's the most iconic songs of all time.
Oh, big time. It's been translated into probably every language on the planet.
Mhm.
Every different like music medium redid, that song in their own way.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I had my steel drum band in the past. We covered that as well. So that just goes to show you how a song like that has lived on for, let's see, 80s, 90s, 2000s, mid 2000s. So
like
4 fucking decades, man.
Yeah.
Whew, my goodness.
Yep.
This is kind of funny. So it says Crazy Train fused a bass line reminiscent of Papa Was a Rolling Stone. Are you fucking kidding me? I know that song.
No.
And that bass just does not remind me of that at all.
What is this person on?
Leave the acid alone. No more pink elephants. Stay away from the light. Stay in the dark.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. But yes, one of the greatest guitar solos in metal history. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Rhoads, wherever you are, I'm sure you are still playing that guitar and probably put everybody to shame.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah. See, now
You
they
can
went
have
from
this one.
suck to awesome. Noted as the first black metal band ever. Now, I still have a problem with that because Merciful Fate
Yeah, agreed.
is arguably the first black metal band, in my opinion. And in most people's opinion as well. But I'm glad to see Venom on this list. So, and naturally, they keep picking the same fucking song, too. Every list, every time Venom shows up, it's the song black metal. I don't get that. But that's fine. It says Geordie Guttersnipe's Venom somehow contrived to invent not one, but 2 all new music genres. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Death metal and black metal. Death metal had nothing to do with their sound.
No.
His vocals are not even near what death metal vocals are. So, sorry about your luck. You suck. Says no one ever wanted to again, but inspired the antics of Kronos and hundreds of like-minded bands would soon spew forth. I mean, musically influenced, sure, but vocal style, no, definitely not.
No.
Oh, here we fucking go again.
Just the way they worded that would soon spew forth.
It almost makes you think that the person that wrote that just doesn't have a love for the sound or anything.
Seriously. Makes you think that they're sitting over there like, I got diarrhea.
Gray Man says, actually, okay. Saxon are okay live, but never got into their tunes.
That's
fair. I heard them, just like through friends and stuff like that.
Right.
Would play it, and there was a couple things I liked, but still, for the time, pretty good.
Yeah,
they were very notable. He goes on to say, "Lay down your souls for the gods, rock and roll."
All right, up next we have Iron Maiden, The Number of the Beast.
Why do they keep coming back to this song? How are they skipping over Run to the Fucking Hills?
It's Seriously, that's like my favorite Maiden song.
It's just
Number
about
of the
everybody's
Beast.
favorite. Or the fucking Trooper.
Yeah.
The Trooper. I mean, makes me want to bang my dick into the wall. Whoops, never mind. Don't want to do that. But nonetheless,
bad.
I'm glad they're there.
Yes, I'm glad Maiden is there, but
yes. Oh, now this is fucking hilarious. Bruce Dickinson on vocals set the metal template that the Irons would take to record or record-breaking levels over the following decades. I mean, yeah. They had one of the one, in my opinion, one of the best heavy metal vocalists of all time.
Oh,
in
sure.
power metal.
Yes.
You got to remember, folks out there, that there are different styles and like basically subgenres of metal, period.
Right.
So I wish they would say it right or just try to get it right. That'd be great. But yeah, Adrian Smith and Dave Murray's interlocking six strings. What they're talking about is their so famous fucking harmonized guitar solos. Sick. Yeah. They were the first to do it.
They definitely were.
Oh my goodness. So that's about all I can say about that. And I'm not even gonna say what it. Yes, I'm gonna say it. Suck! This is terrible. They sound like Thin Lizzy. No, they don't.
No.
Not even close.
I can't believe I'm doing this early on, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it, brother. Next.
A whole steaming pile of bullshit. That's all I can say. All right. Now, you know, it seems like anyone that ever mentions Diamond Head only mentions their song Am I Evil?
That's very true.
They had so many other songs that were just fine.
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep picking this one, and I know why. It's because Metallica made it super fucking popular. Like, what, 3-4 years into the decade, I think, when like Ride the Lightning came out. It's like, come on. I just don't get it. Yes, made internationally popular by Metallica. That's the first fucking thing it says. See, it's like, come on, you're just thinking about Metallica. You're not thinking about Diamond fucking Head.
No, you're not.
That he even gave them the idea in the first place. That's because they rocked and Metallica didn't have any fresh fucking ideas.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is funny. Oh, this is hilarious. You'll love this. Oh. This track is oddly one of the foundations on which the thrash genre was built. True. And then it says oddly ? What? It says, yep, because Diamond Head owed more to Led Zeppelin than to Motorhead. Are you fucking kidding me? Zeppelin? Fucking Zeppelin! This guy needs a Zeppelin dropped on his fucking head, smashing it clear out of his ass.
This is awful.
I mean,
this list is so bad.
Come on.
I mean, the list itself isn't bad. The descriptions are atrocious, though.
I'm having more fun with that than the songs.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. All right.
Oh, my God.
Moving on.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh.
You know what? I'm going to run a quick commercial so we have a minute to recoup here because this is just ridiculous.
We're getting horrible now.
We are. Check out this word from our sponsor, Royal Tank Clothing.
Absolutely.
Oh boy. All right.
Why would anyone put Kiss on a metal list?
Glam rock is not metal.
I mean, they were like much like Van Halen,
Yeah.
an anthem like writing style kind of band, which
Right.
is fine. People, I'm not shitting on what Kiss did. I know everybody fucking loves Detroit Rock City. Shit. But
Yeah. But
still,
no.
not on a metal list, and they
No.
picked Creatures of the Night.
Why?
Now, the description here I love because this is so fucking true. I agree with this
No,
100%.
yeah.
Kiss had lost their ways somewhat over the previous few years. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Because they were too busy partying, and two of their key people, although never really thought too much of Peter Criss as a drummer, but Ace Frehley had a horrible drinking problem. They
Yep.
couldn't, sometimes they had to cancel shows and shit like that. A lot of
Yeah.
turmoil. And then it says but this put them right back on track as one of the greatest anthemic bands of all time. That's fine,
That is fine.
but not on a metal list.
No.
Next.
Next. All right. This is
Now we're talking.
Now we're fucking talking. Dio, Holy Diver. Yes. You gotta have Dio in here somewhere for
man.
sure.
How could you not?
And usually I'd be like, oh, come on, you just picked the most popular track. But no, that song definitely deserves to be on here, I think.
Totally agree.
Oh, yeah.
So he went from Rainbow to Sabbath to finally where he belonged.
Yes.
As a solo artist. One of the probably, I would say, my top 5 metal vocalists of all time.
Yeah.
When you hear him or hear a song by him, you know it's him.
Oh, for sure.
And to me, that's what really makes a vocalist. Because when you hear Ozzy sing, you know it's him.
You know it's Ozzy.
Or like we said, Rob Halford or Brian Johnson. They're just
Lemmy.
so recognizable.
You hear it, you know who it is.
Absolutely. So he says Ronnie strode out on his own, making a formidable statement with the title track of the first Dio album. It encapsulated everything that made his name. I agree.
100%.
So great to see him on here. He's so greatly missed. Every time I watch, what is that? Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. And he's there upon the throne singing, oh man, I get goosebumps every fucking time.
Oh, definitely.
Damn it. So glad to see him there. You know what? I'll give him this.
I'll give it to him.
Because every single time you hear Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions, you know who it is. And everyone rocks out instantly.
Yeah.
So I'll give it to him. Metal, not so much.
Hard rock.
More on the hard rock side.
Yeah, it's definitely hard rock.
And to be one of probably the only German bands at the time, actually for decades till Rammstein came around, was super fucking popular.
Yeah.
They started out by singing in the native tongue. But somewhere down the line, management said you could be so much bigger if you sing in English. So, and as we know, Germans always speak like 3 or 4 or 5 different languages. That's what they teach them, at a very young age. So this song came out, went straight to the charts.
Yeah.
Number 1. You can't talk about 80s metal and not mention fucking Wasp.
Absolutely.
Oh, geez. Blackie Lawless. Who could ever forget this, like, straight, long, jet black hair, big as fuck, because it's the 80s,
Oh, yeah.
And he's clad in leather from head to toe. And mind you, the guy's wearing fucking heels.
Oh, the 80s.
Oh, exactly, because all those guys were short as shit.
Oh, yeah.
So somebody said, "Here, put these platforms on, and you'll look like a
A
fucking
badass.
yeah, like absolutely." And it worked.
It did.
And he always put a gray streak in his hair,
Mm,
so it made him look like that much more, imposing. So, great voice. Always loved him. What's it say here? There's no trace of misty-eyed romanticism here, as Wasp turned the act of making love into a base animalistic affair.
except they didn't say love, they said lerve.
They did. I just skipped right the fuck over that because I'm like, "No, eat a bag of dicks. Come on. That's so stupid."
This this writer, I just can't even with them. I just can't.
No, it's awful.
Oh, jeez.
It's like Phyllis Diller and fucking Tiny Tim had a fucking kid, and that's what came out.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, anyways, the title song is "Fuck Like a Beast," although they called it "Animal" so they wouldn't get
Yeah.
censored. Because the PMRC at the time, which was the organization run by fools, sheep,
Mhm.
that were so against metal because of what subject matter they were talking about and shit like that. So censor everything.
Oh, yeah.
But they made it through. It said that tested the boundaries of metal's decency and found them wanting. What that means is that you look at the album cover there. That's the cod piece for the ages right there.
Yeah.
I mean, they put a fucking like buzzsaw on his fucking cod piece. Guys see that, they go, "Badass. Oh my gosh."
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, my
Stupid.
goodness.
And this will get you. It says W.H. Smith banned the issue because the singer was covered in blood. Now,
Okay.
mind you, what was coming out during the 80s in
Horror
movies?
movies galore.
Horror movies galore. And we're talking about gore fest, like tons.
Oh, yeah.
So
What?
because there was blood on the front cover, they banned it.
I don't understand.
Oh, and this one is also great. This just goes to show you mind control, 101 here.
Mm.
They also banned it because he was promoting the use of the F word.
Okay.
Could you imagine that today?
No, my brain hurts.
I mean, that's just fucking let's move on.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
You want the next one, brother?
I can do it. That's fine. Killing Joke. So we're going back to the punk genre again. Folks out there in Three Witches Land, you've got to remember that punk was very, very big in the 80s. It started coming in at the end of the 70s. You had Iggy Pop and, some other. The Misfits even came out in 78. So,
Yeah. Now, where do we draw the line, though, between whether it's metal or not? I consider punk kind of its own thing.
Very much so it is. I don't know. It's there is a fine line there. I think they just keep lumping it together because they played off of each other well.
Yeah, that is true.
Because you got to remember, the 80s punk was much more aggressive than the Pretty Little Ramones that
is very
for
true.
all that time. I mean, they were not very aggressive. They were just, how fast can we play?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. But like I said, you got Henry Rollins coming out in Black Flag at this time. Shit was about, let's just kill the person next to you. That's what punk was. And I think that's why they keep putting them on metal lists, because they do kind of coincide a little bit. Now, this is interesting. Killing Joke put the Titanic Might of Zeppelin. There's nothing Led Zeppelin about them. Why do they keep referencing Zeppelin? I just don't understand. I don't know. This is ridiculous. And the riff-propelled metal doom of Sabbath.
What?
I'm dead. I'm officially dead. Put the X's over my eyes. I'm dead. There's nothing Sabbathy about them.
No.
I mean, maybe that's who they listened to, maybe, but when it came to what product they put out, I couldn't say, oh, that sounds like an Iommi riff. No. Corrosion and Conformity, yes, but not them.
No.
What
definitely
in the
not.
other fuck? And it says through a hyper cranked punk and funk filter.
I'm sorry.
A firing squad, where are you? This guy needs to be destroyed. Creating a roaring apocalyptic holocaust. Okay.
And then the last line.
Oh, yeah. Are you serious? Kurt Cobain translated its signature grunge presaging riff into Nirvana's Come As You Are. No.
No.
If you turn on The Killing Joke and their song called 80s, okay, which was just kind of like poking at the times, basically, there's nothing Come As You Are about it. So
no.
Give it a whirl if you want to listen to it, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, that guy was on fucking snow. It was blowing from here to there. God damn it. Moving on. Okay, this is the first incarnation of Faith No More, who, as we know, did not get popular until the 90s.
Right.
Because Mike Patton became their fucking vocalist and changed the whole band. Right. I mean, nothing like what they sounded like. Now, this is a much kind of a heavier version of Faith No More compared to what it became. The original singer, his name was Chuck Mosley. Okay. They say he pseudo-rapped that his generation did indeed care about disasters, fires, floods, and killer bees. All right, so the guy was political. That's fine.
Right. That's fine.
But you can't mention Faith No More and not the backup band, because the backup band was incredible.
Oh, definitely.
Between Jim Martin, who was just a Sabbath freak, and it's very evident in the way he plays, and the bassist, holy shit.
Yes.
All the fucking slap bass you could possibly take in one song. Just awesome stuff. And Mike Borden on drums, of course.
Right.
So it says it was the first indication that funk and metal could cheerfully coexist. That's the only thing I agree with.
Agreed.
Very much so. Funk and metal, you can have the groove and still have the punch to like separate your limbs.
Oh, so, definitely.
Oh, now we're getting good.
We are getting good, finally.
Woo! 1986.
Slayer.
Now, mind you, Slayer was already killing it.
Oh, yeah.
Much earlier on in this decade, but yes, Angel of Death.
Yes.
Off of the iconic album. If those of you out in Three Witches Land have not gotten yourself a download of Rain in Blood, something is fucking wrong with you. This album influenced every heavy band. Everyone says, you know, when Slipknot came out, Mushroomhead, any of those guys.
Oh, yeah.
It's because of Slayer.
That is definitely true.
And, I mean, Tom Araya doesn't have the best voice in the world at all. And it's very evident on this particular song when he tries to scream very high.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of fucking cats got together and just started choking each other. It was a fucking choke fest. Just.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, the greatest thrash metal band of all time. There is just no escaping it. and the shit that they talked about was so brutal.
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
Almost kind of like teetering on the death metal, genre just a little bit,
Yeah.
which I'm sure they influenced just about all those
Oh,
guys.
sure they did.
Um, just there's nothing more I can say really about it. It
Nah,
definitely belongs on the list.
agreed. All right. Before we move on, I'm going to run one final commercial for this morning. Just a reminder that we have a merch store. Go check this
Yes,
shit
we do.
out.
Please. If you like what you see, and I urge all of you out there in Three Witches Land, please check out all the amazing shows that we have for you.
Oh, definitely.
Terrible Tuesday, obviously 6 Feet Underground with myself, and
We have our
Sunday Night Gaming After Dark.
yes, and of course this one.
Exactly, the Morning Shred as well. So if you dig it, you like it, if us two assholes are entertaining you, check out the merch store. Amazing designs, awesome stuff. Get yourself some.
Definitely.
So finally, they pick an Anthrax song that makes sense.
I know. I can't believe it.
When I Am the Law came out, it was just really high energy thrash with almost power metal style kind of vocals with it.
Mm.
They were just a fun band. They were
Yeah.
fun to watch. They were highly recognizable. I mean, especially with the skateboarding genre of kids and stuff at the time that were really starting to get into that. You
Mhm.
saw Anthrax shit all over it. And this song is definitely it had a little bit of funk to it, but heavy at the same time.
Yeah.
So they kind of put in comic book hero style kind of stuff in there in the lyrics.
Mhm.
And just like straight ahead thrash all the way through. They never compromised their sound or nothing. So I'm glad to see they chose that one.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm. What have I been saying for the longest time? What band deserves to be on a metal list like this?
This one.
Yes.
Death.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I mean,
Yes.
I couldn't scream it on the top of a rooftop, loud enough to say that fucking death.
Death.
The originators of death metal
Yes.
are finally on a list that they absolutely belong on. And my opinion should be like the top rated of all time. The late Absolutely. Which is funny because Chuck Schuldiner was an atheist.
That is funny.
But still. So the late great Chuck Schuldiner, the man behind the voice and the fucking guitar.
Yes.
There was no other guitar player. They were a three-piece.
Yes.
So it's like all those guitar players that bitch about singing and playing at the same time. You can do it. Stop being a pussy. I'm serious. It's
Yeah.
been proven time and time again that you can do it. And he
Exactly.
was just exemplary fucking metal guitar player, vocalist, just an all-around musician. So the song is Baptized in Blood. The first word in death metal ran the band's tagline. And it was true.
Yeah.
So Let's see. Atmosphere that spliced throbbing bottom end to Thrash's speed, bringing about new realms of. I don't even know if I can say that fucking word.
This dude must have been like
Lascivious
higher
horror?
than hell and like snorting off the pages of a thesaurus. Because what the hell are these words?
It's like we're talking about metal. Does there need to be, a dead language added in? Just to make yourself sound like you're, literary genius. Fucking hell.
Lascivious.
That's what I said. Yeah, lascivious horror.
Yeah.
Let's just say it fucking rocked. Why can't you just say that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is
People, metalheads that read this are going to be looking at that like, don't know. I don't know what you just said, but I know I love the band.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now this next one.
Hang on. In the next one, they can say, provide the opportunity for a damn good headbang.
See? Are they taking turns here?
I'm starting to think so. What the
Charlie
hell?
fell off the wagon again. He's on the floor. I guess I better ride it.
What the hell?
Anyway,
Anyway, the next one is Queensryche, Eyes of a Stranger. Off of Operation Mindcrime.
Yeah.
Sure.
Known as one of the greatest concept albums of all time.
Yeah, that word, Gray Man.
And I agree. I agree 100%. That it most definitely is one of the best. In that vein of writing a story. The whole album is a fucking story. Genius vocals. Jeff Tate is another one of those guys that when you hear him sing, it's him. Everybody figured that out when Silent Lucidity ended up becoming like one of the biggest hits for them in their entire career in the 90s. They were contending in the 90s when grunge came out and pretty much took over the industry.
Yeah.
And they were still killing it. And there were other bands too. Damn Yankees, Mr. Big, and Slaughter, and some of those other ones that were just, it's like, wow. I mean, it was basically the decade of ballads is what they called it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So Eyes of a Stranger was probably the biggest hit off of this record. It was very proggy too. That is one
definitely.
thing that I agree with whoever wrote this. Definitely. They were just excellent musicians. The drummer was incredible. The guitar work, solid. Again, the bass kind of takes a backseat.
That's okay.
But, in that style of metal, it kind of tended to happen. Definitely intelligent lyrics. I agree 1,000%.
Agreed.
So absolutely. And the twin guitar line was really good too.
It definitely was.
Mm-hmm.
You want the next one, brother?
Yes. And I believe no, actually I was thinking the wrong band there for a second. Okay.
Oh, that's
fine. So Halloween.
Yes.
Was an excellent heavier style band from Europe. Just a lot of anthem-y type stuff, very high, almost like a lot of thrash to it as well. Definitely made their mark. Let's see here. Its lyrics, a mix of insightful prediction. Okay. Halloween fine-tuned a pre-existing template to make it better still. So it's like, well, what template are you referring to?
Right.
The rest of us would like to know.
Yeah. Gray Man, thank you for the definition of that big word. We probably can't even say it, read it out, because Facebook would not like it.
Probably not. But definitely awesome. That's fine. Which actually does kind of go hand in hand with horror, especially from the time.
Oh, for sure.
But still, not a word I would have used to describe that song.
No. Maybe it'd be a decent word for like the next something to do with the next band, but like
Right. Sung in impossibly high pitched tones, which is what I was about to say. There was a huge power metal style to Halloween. Their vocalist was kind of unmatched.
Yeah.
They really were. To try to sing like the guy, I don't think anybody else could have done it. So,
No, I don't think so either.
still glad to see them on the list nonetheless.
Agreed.
Mhm.
All right. Up next, 9 Inch Nails, Head Like a Hole.
I'll let you
I'm
take
good
it.
with that.
Oh, very, very good with that.
Oh, definitely.
When it came out, there was nothing like it on
No,
the
there wasn't at
planet.
all.
And he was the absolute first one-man band to make it big.
Yeah.
And he came from Cleveland.
I mean, how much better can you get? That's fantastic.
He was the only, well, besides Marilyn Manson,
right. But,
you know, but in
Reznor
the,
got big first.
right, he was the very, very first like big industrial metal act to make it, and
Yes.
he did it all on his own.
Which is
All the programming,
insane.
I mean, we're talking about 1989. This came out.
Yeah.
And he looked a lot different. Like if you watch the video, he had this really long hair with shaved sides, a little bit of dread in there. I mean, he just looked like nothing else that was out. Everybody else was like
Exactly.
big hair and Bon
He's
Jovi
like,
and
no, I've had enough of that shit.
yeah, I mean, it was just eviler. You could definitely feel the angst, and the beat and the guitar work was fantastic. So
Definitely.
glad to see him on the list.
Definitely.
Still wouldn't really call it metal. It's more like industrial metal.
I mean, that is a subtype of metal, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather have that than some of the other things they've included.
Yes, absolutely. Alice in fucking Chains. Need
Yes.
I say more, people?
No.
One of the greatest modern singers of all time. Wherever he's at, I hope he's still fucking singing.
Agreed.
We're talking about, Lane Staley and Jerry Cantrell, the ultimate harmonizing duo.
I'm a little bit hung up on this description they've got in here. What the hell?
I know, I've been trying to not look at it as to not vomit. It says one of the iconic bands who helped shape the 90s, had a unique sound, melancholy yet uplifting.
That doesn't make sense.
Did you ever listen to the album Dirt?
Seriously, though.
Angry Chair?
Yeah.
Rain When I Die? And they're talking about the first record, too. They forgot about We Die Young? What the fuck is uplifting about that?
I don't know.
Absolutely nothing.
And get this, it's detuned Sabbath-esque sludge tempered by a stunning melody.
Okay, sludgy, sort of.
Mm.
Sabbathy, yes, actually yes, because Cantrell has said many times that Sabbath was one of the biggest influences for him.
I'll give it that. But
yeah,
sludgy, it's like distorted, but I don't know if it's sludgy.
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of like on a tightrope there. It might be, it might not be, but when we think of sludge bands, it's definitely different.
Yeah, you say sludge, and I do not think Alice in Chains at all.
Yes, definitely. And then, like I said, their harmonies are fucking sick. And my hat's off to the guy that stepped in to fill those huge fucking shoes.
Oh, for sure. Their new stuff is
still doing
amazing.
they are still out there and they are still strong. They're
They
like
are.
the only 90s band left really from that genre.
Yeah, pretty
So,
much.
you know, hell of a fucking career.
On this seems to be a thing, brother.
Mhm.
It's been an hour and we're halfway through this 50 list. Should we just you want to just speed through the second half?
Totally up to you.
I mean, I'm good with that. I'm biting my nails trying to get through it because there's some shit on there we need to talk about.
Oh boy.
If you
Oh,
wanna-
okay. All right.
If you want to try to go through it quick.
Yep, I can do a quick synopsis.
All right.
There's a big word.
Up next, Ministry. Jesus Built My Hot Rod. Hasn't that been on like every list we've done?
Yes, pretty much.
I'm
I
okay
even
with that.
believe it was on the metal's most scary.
Yeah, it
songs or
was.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely belongs. Al Jorgensen took the idea of industrial metal and made it heavier.
Exactly.
So definitely a pioneer there. This next one I don't even want to fucking talk about.
I'm fine with that. We can skip it.
It's a big old shit ball.
I enjoy it, but it's so overplayed. I'm sick of it.
Now this is really interesting.
Yeah.
We finally have another doom band. A
And
more
one
modern
I'm not
doom
familiar with.
Oh, Caius is very,
Yeah.
very, very big in the Doom world.
I don't know that one.
Not nearly as big as, let's say, Sleep, but they
Right.
are definitely up there, like along with Candlemass.
Okay.
So, big thumbs up to whoever decided to include them. Definitely belongs there, and they're very also big in the stoner rock
Yes.
genre as well. This next one I kind of
Ugh.
argue with.
Agreed.
This band is more alternative.
Yep.
Still heavy,
Yeah,
still
but
pioneers, but I would not
yeah.
include them on a metal list. It's Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name.
No, I wouldn't.
Great
I wouldn't
fucking
include that
song.
either.
Love it,
Yes.
but not metal.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Up next, Dream Theater. Pull Me Under. It even
Mhm.
says right here it's progressive rock. So why is it in a metal list?
Well, he's wrong right there because it's not really progressive rock. It's prog
No, it's
metal.
not.
It's prog metal mixed in
Yeah,
with
I
power
guess.
metal.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it's prog and power, but like, why? Get your description right. Hello.
Well, I mean, we've pretty much already figured out that the person here has an addiction problem.
All right, this next one. This next one, though, I definitely had to be on here.
Two
Right.
words: Dimebag Darrell,
Yep,
Pantera. Need
Yep.
I say more?
that's 3 words.
Damn it!
Pantera,
just
Walk. I
I'm
mean,
just kidding.
that had to be on there for sure.
Without a doubt, probably the strongest, most iconic metal tune from the '90s,
Yeah.
hands down. There was nobody else like them in the world.
No, there wasn't. You want the next
That's
one?
really it.
Yep.
Not much more to say on that one. Cathedral. Yes.
Yes.
Finally, another one that makes sense. Let's see. Now, I do kind of agree a little bit because the first couple of Cathedral releases were not very successful.
Right.
I definitely think that they were just trying to find their sound. But by the time Ride came out in 1993, they had arrived.
Agreed.
Awesome. Ah, yes. Better.
Not for long.
I'm not fucking surprised. Probably gonna throw fucking Miley Cyrus on there or something.
Oh my goodness.
Not to say anything bad about that person, but
no.
You know, the people that write these things out there in Three Witches Land, don't be surprised.
Don't be.
Machine Head.
Davidian.
Yes.
Yes.
Very, very thrash kind of slash a little bit of extreme metal, I would say. Definitely in there. And why did they
Yeah.
have to say or even mention new metal? I don't know why, but
I
they
don't
did.
know.
But it's just it's a thrash hymn. I agree wholeheartedly, and it went up against everything else that was popular at the time, and just fucking destroyed every show they ever did. So
Yeah.
eh,
Mm,
I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't either.
I'm a huge Tool fan, but
But
they're not metal.
no, they're not. Come
more
on.
more like again that idea of prog rock. I could see
Yeah.
that. I mean, they're heavy. I just
Yes,
don't think
but
they're heavy enough.
I don't either. All right,
Now,
up next.
I mean, you can't talk about a metal list without Marilyn Manson or the biggest hit he's ever really had besides what was that cover?
Sweet Dreams.
Sweet Dreams.
But neither of which are actually his songs.
Right. The
And
Beautiful People.
yes, but like, I don't know, there's a lot of other songs I would have picked instead.
And those are the ones that never got any airplay.
I
They weren't
know.
on the radio. You had to buy the album to hear it. So,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely belonged on the list.
Yes.
Maybe not the best song, but it was definitely a huge hit for him in those early days.
Yeah,
Danny
definitely.
Christ Superstar, the greatest Marilyn Manson album ever.
Agreed. Up next, I
God
have only one thing
damn
to
it.
say. I have one thing to say. You know what it is? Really? You picked Du Hast? Really?
Oh, because it was the first major hit for them to have in this country.
Yes, but out of all the songs on that album, I mean,
I would have chose Angle.
Agreed. I would have chose Engel, or I'm a rather big fan of Spiel mit mir.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I don't understand. Like, I get this is like the ultimate heavy metal playlist, so therefore it should be the best songs, not the most popular songs. That's the way I feel about it.
Exactly. And unfortunately, the people that write these lists might have only listened to that one song and not the rest.
That would not surprise me in the slightest.
Nope. Zensucht would have been even a better choice because it was fucking heavy as shit.
Agreed.
And they used to start off their shows back then with that tune. As soon as it happened, I mean, everybody was in it.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
my goodness. The pits were insane.
Agreed.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yep. I'll
Not
take it.
really the Korn song I would have chose.
No, me neither.
But Freak on a Leash is definitely an awesome track that they did.
Agreed.
His kind of like I call it like dogfighting style of vocals.
Yeah?
Making
You
all
mean
those
the
different weird scat sounds that just
Oomba, oomba, diba.
exactly. So that, I mean, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Agreed.
Definitely
No, definitely no one's ever heard anything quite like J Devil.
no, definitely not. And the first use of the the 7-string guitar.
Okay.
They were so low, nobody had ever heard anything like that before.
Right.
So, yeah, most def.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Slipknot's Wait and Bleed. Finally, a good choice for that.
Agreed.
Definitely. Super heavy. I mean, absolutely insane. I loved all the, steel drums that they would hit with baseball bats and shit like that. Just never seen anything like them. So,
Yeah.
Perfect. Next one, not even going to talk about it. Sorry.
I out of every fucking song on that goddamn album. Why? 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 I'm a big Linkin Park fan, okay?
Yeah, I like Linkin Park
And
too. I'm not taking anything away from
no,
their ability to write some very
no.
cool, hooky, hard rock infused with like a lot of electronics and a little bit of hip
Right.
hop here and there. Fine, great.
Fine. But you
Top
pick
metal
one
list?
step
No.
closer.
Again, I think they're purely going off of that was their first fucking hit. Plain and simple.
Yeah, but like Crawling or In the End, come on. The songs are equally
Crawling
popular.
probably would have been a better choice.
Yeah, this is a metal list. Pick the heavier song. If you have to include
if you're gonna include them, yes, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In Flames. They were a much different kind of band. Definitely had a lot of death metal to them, and I do agree with a little bit of the gothic darkness, whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
It was just, darker shit, and it appealed to the ever-growing goth metal community, honestly.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, glad to see them on there. The song's Only for the Week, and that came out in 2000. So,
Yes.
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 Most definitely Opeth, The Drapery Falls, decent track. There's quite a few other ones you could have done, but definitely a very, very brutal band. Just
Agreed.
fucking woof. A lot of different styles went into it. I don't know why they would say esoteric rhythms, but that's fine.
That doesn't. What? Not really, but oh, okay.
We'll just say, all right, that's fine. Glad to see them on there.
Up next.
Another band that I don't think belongs.
No.
Nothing against them.
I'm
not a hater. I'm not a hater, but
no.
System of a Down is not a metal band.
No.
It does not matter how low they played or detune or whatever the fuck. Sorry.
No.
Moving on.
Up next. Nightwish.
Yes.
Wish I Had an Angel.
Definitely something new. Very, very new.
Actually, is this the first time we've had a lady singer on this list?
On this particular list, yes. We've had a lot of other female singers, Arch Enemy and stuff like that.
Right.
On some of the other ones, but they never mentioned Nightwish.
No,
so I'm kind of glad they did. She basically, like they said, she has an amazing operatic voice.
Oh, for sure.
And with the dark undertones of the rest of the band, definitely if you haven't heard it, check it out.
Agreed.
Yay.
Yes.
Yay. Mastodon. Very high up in the doom genre. Which is exactly where they belong. Everything they do is great. I enjoy it. They're just kind of like dick writing all over this.
Yeah.
Mastodon reached a crescendo on this epic from the breathtaking Crack the Sky. It's a 10-minute song. So there's that. But yeah, there's not too much to say there other than they're at the top of their game and still strong as ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. This next one.
Baby metal. We've had them before. I like to, I have to agree with this comment here. Cute metal. It's pretty much what it is. Yeah. The three of them are great singers, and they do the whole martial arts thing in there, which is really, really cool.
It is.
Again, I have to say, the backup band is insanely good.
Agreed.
Yes. Moving on, I will let you take it.
Ghost. Cerise. Yes, I'm good with that. Hardcore good with that. And it's
Good.
definitely one of their like darker, kind of grungier, heavier songs. So yeah, I'm good with that.
Yes. Finally.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm good with that.
I'm totally good with Gojira.
Yeah, definitely. Gojira Stranded.
Again, excellent death metal, little bit of maybe some prog in there a little bit
Yeah.
because of some of the intense rhythms. They had the #1 album this year across the world.
And it kicked ass.
I mean,
I saw them
hard
live a
hitting
few weeks
from
ago.
start to
It was
finish.
insane.
Oh, very genty as well.
Oh yeah.
So let's not forget that.
This next
This
one, I'm gonna let you pronounce it.
the fuck? Solstafir, I think, is what you say there. They're Norwegian,
Reaper?
if I remember correctly. Yep, Icelandic tongue. Got it.
Okay.
Nailed it. So
Have you heard of this
really
before?
good extreme metal.
Okay.
I would not call them black metal, even though everyone thinks, somebody from one of those areas is more than
Right.
likely that. That's fine. But I would definitely say check it out. And they do belong on here.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Trivium,
All right.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, sure.
The Sin in the Sentence. Trivium's just one of those bands. It's like you love them or hate them kind of thing. It's really not a whole lot of in between there.
No,
Still,
there's not.
very good band. Let me see here. The bassist said, I was really interested in the culture online of people pilling on people, which is just another way of saying shitting on each other,
Right.
by using the metaphor of the witch hunts. So that's kind of what this song embodies, and
Right.
I can agree. I'll
Yeah.
take it. Oh, yes. Thank
Yes.
you. Orange fucking Goblin. Another
Yes.
major Doom band. Major.
I'm shocked they even put it in here, honestly.
This is like the third one. I'm like happy
Right?
as shit over here.
Oh yeah.
It's like, all right, cool. So
Orange Goblin, Sons of Salem.
yes. Finest hour to date as a vintage hard rock swagger. Can't really say that when it comes to doom metal.
No.
Vintage maybe, but not necessarily hard rock, because that's like saying Sabbath is like a jazz band. So
no.
And obviously, it's talking about the Salem witch trials.
Right.
One of my favorite subjects of all time.
Oh yeah, same.
As it comes to not only just American history, but the world history.
Agreed.
Okay.
And that's the end of the list. Where the fuck is Rob Zombie? Just saying.
Typo negative?
I mean, you know me, I have to be like, where's Moonspell?
Where's Moonspell?
I mean,
Where's
yeah, I know
Testament?
that. Yeah, you're right. Where the fuck is Testament?
There's just so many. No Cradle of Filth at all?
No Cannibal Corpse?
No Dark Angel, Morbid Angel, Deicide?
Ugh.
Again, stupid. Again.
Again. Oh
they
my goodness.
had some moments where they could have been cool, and they shit the bed over and over and over again.
Yeah, they really did.
I'm surprised Mushroomhead's never made it to the list myself.
I know.
I mean,
fingers crossed for next time, right?
I guess.
I guess. On that note,
thank y'all for hanging and banging with us.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you tune in next time. Until then, you want to say it? You want to say it?
Heavy.
Yes.